Well, thank you to our sponsors, 2024. I believe you're going to roll the film again. So thank you very much to our sponsors. I think we should give them a big clap. So I must now move on to thank people who've been involved in this conference. And first and foremost, I'm going to thank Missing Link again, Minnie and the crew. I'm going to thank the board, or the executive group, for all the work they put in. I'm going to thank the speakers and presenters for everything they've done for us. And then I want to thank our helpers. Laura, Clarissa, Bo, Madalena, Eliana, and Lisa. Thank you very much indeed. And I'd also like to thank our strategic consultants who've all been here in one role or another. Peggy, working on the conference, Gordon, dealing with legal issues, Carmelina, dealing with educational issues, and Martina, dealing with the EGQS+. Thank you to them. We also had the scavenger hunt, which was won by Simi from Expat Help Relo. And now we have been encouraging everyone to welcome our newcomers. So we thought we'd go and see if we could figure out whether there was anybody here from the original conference and meeting in 1988 and 1999. That was in Belgium and in Barcelona, and we got together this group. You'll notice that a couple of them are a little bit young to have been delegates. Tiffany and Elisa were, I think, around 6 and 3 respectively, but they were in the conference hotel. Now, Magali alluded to this just now. There have actually been meetings going on alongside the conference itself. And we used the opportunity because we had all the representatives from all the in-country relocation associations as well as the global associations, and we all had a meeting together on Tuesday, and the coalition had a further meeting yesterday, and here we are all together at the end of Tuesday's meeting. So. And the most important thing about that meeting is that we are going to continue meeting because we can do things together far more effectively than on our own. So I'm really delighted to say that there'll be a group formed of the local national associations who will have discussions over the coming year. I now move on to this year's charity. Unfortunately, the slide with the winners of the silent auction, I don't know what went wrong, but we tried to do it between 3:30 and now, and somehow or another, the work we did on it has been lost. So you couldn't take a photograph of the slide. You're trying to deal with it, thank you. All I can say is there were 4 items that need to be taken away and need to be carried home by the people who bought them, if at all possible. So I think it was Matt Gilliard, you have won some pictures. Janelle has won the tour jacket. Simi from Help Expat has won. Oh no, Simi has won the jacket. Oh, it's up there. Marvelous. If you see your name there, please take a photo. I'm not going to read them all out. But if Janelle won the large picture from court, and Sophie, you won a picture as well. So if you could come and collect those, that would be really helpful afterwards, or we will make arrangements to get them to you. So the silent auction actually managed to raise €10,830. But that's not all, because we've been persuading you to buy Wear Next cards, T-shirts, umbrellas, sunglasses, and we raised a further €1,750, making a grand total, estimated total, because there are still T-shirts available should you wish to buy an MLO T-shirt, currently standing at 12,580. Now, what's going to come next? Oh, good. I would like to welcome Alistair Murray and Isabel Cudell onto the stage to say their goodbyes.
Boa tarde. Over the last 4 days, our members have shared their knowledge with a lot of preparation behind each session. Yesterday at the State of the Industry session, we heard in a nutshell that although no one has a crystal ball on what lies ahead, we have tools to help us have a new look on what is on the horizon, and that we may have to change the approach from the bottom line, look into new business models, have agility, incorporate innovation at the heart of what we do. We talked about the cost and the challenge of cybersecurity, incorporating AI, investing in sustainability, industry consolidation. All this horizon shows that we need to be creative and courageous, like João II, to reshuffle what we do as needed. It was also in the exploratory trip to Vila Moura that Alistair and I teamed up as a Biden-Harris model, as we called it at the time, of very tight collaboration at the helm of this wonderful association. So before I pass on to him, I would like to thank you, Alistair, for your leadership and trust, and let you know that the U2 memorabilia that I outbid Bob Rose in is for you.
Thank you. That's very kind. Thank you very much. For those that were in Dublin, the reason why I thought we resembled Joe Biden and Kamala Harris is he's quite an old, forgetful man, and she's a very dynamic, intelligent vice president. So I don't know where the comparison lies. But OK, I'm going to do this really quickly, because I know most of you are here to find out where we're going next year and not to listen to me. So really quickly, yeah, it's the end of our 8 years on the board. It's a 6-year term that was extended for 2 years through COVID. So I'd just like to take this opportunity to firstly thank the amazing Eura team, Tad and Dom and Bryony, Marie and Maria. Thank you ever so much for your support and your help and your belief in the two of us. Thank you. I'd also like to thank all the different executive group members over the last 8 years that we've worked with. Fantastic bunch of people. I've had so many amazing memories to cherish, both professionally and personally. So thank you all very much as well. And then finally, well, let's keep it brief. Finally, I'd like to introduce you to the next president and vice president of Eura. So Eura is very lucky to have a dynamic duo at the helm for the next 12 months. They're the Eura Dream Team. They have a huge amount of knowledge, compassion, expertise, and they'll do an amazing job. I promised Simon that I'd say I'm confident that they will crack on. So, ladies and gentlemen, Sophie Rayberg and Simon Robbins.
I guess we'll find out later in the band how dynamic I really am. Right, I had all this prepared. It's quite nerve-wracking. There's a lot of you here. It's my pleasure to stand before you as the youngest Eura president we have had. Although my youth will at one point fade, we're just going to let you be the judge of that. There's one thing that definitely won't fade, which is the foundation that this amazing community has built and the value that Eura has for all of us in this room. Simon and I are really humbled and especially thrilled to be able to lead our executive group over the next 12 months. I am going to be quick. I do have 3 people that I'd like to thank. First of all, Isabel. She sat down, she thought she'd leg it quickly. Isabel has been a family friend of ours. Some of you might even remember my mother for a very long time. Isabel represents the DNA that this organization, this association, was originally founded with, a local, strong DSP. Isabel is an innovative thought leader with a very sharp and strategic mind and has guided us, but also me personally, a lot over the last years. You're going to be missed. Alistair. Whoever thought a calm and collected Brit and a hot-headed German could be such good friends? Your data-driven approach, your leadership, your fairness has definitely guided us over the last meetings, and we will miss calling you governor. However, we have decided internally that we will now relay that title to Simon. Now, going to go a little bit rogue, there's definitely one person that I'd like to thank that doesn't get enough praise. I can't see her, but where are you, Bryony? Now, Bryony, even when stressed, you are determined to do the best for the association and all of the delegates in this room. Your presence at our board meetings, has elevated discussions and had allowed us to understand the intricacies of what Eura is even better. And for all of you that don't know Bryony very well, she is a Class A mediator that any divorce attorney would be really lucky to have on board. Now, I'm going to hand over to Simon because he's the only thing standing between you and knowing where we're going to go next.
Thank you so much. So it's my greatest pleasure today to announce that we, for the first time ever, decided to auction off the right to reveal where we were going to go next year. And I am so thrilled to say that it was a firm bidding war between 2 competitive peer companies in region who were right up to the last 30 seconds were bidding against each other. But in the true Eura family way, they came together and agreed to share the experience and donate €2,000 each to this year's charity. So again, huge congratulations. And I'm honoured and privileged to invite Marie from EER and Krishnan from Six Move to the stage to announce where we're going next year.
Sorry. I'm not used to doing this.
So you've got to shout right the tape. You've got to do it together, yeah?
So firstly, I feel bad for doing this. Tad, you've had this for the last 26 years, so I think we should have Tad up on the stage as well. He's always been here to reveal the video. So I think that's it. We're ready to press the button.
Yep.
Minnie, ready to go?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
However, there is couple of final things to do. A lot of you have been filling in these Where Next cards, and there were all sorts of suggestions. As usual, we had Reykjavik. And then there are people who don't understand you've got to name a city, not just a country. And we had Barcelona, and we had Ljubljana, and we had Vienna, etc., etc., etc. But nobody actually got Zagreb. However, 2 people chose the right country. So what we did was I shuffled the cards and I asked Bryony to take one out. And the winner is Tiffany Barclay. So, finally, and then we'll let you go. Oh. I think I can remember this one. These things, these lovely recycled lanyards, oh, there we go, and badges. We have decided that the best way to be sustainable is to ask you to take them home and bring them back next year. Now, of course, that means that if you're wearing a sponsor lanyard, you've got to sponsor. But if you're wearing a newcomer's lanyard, just bring it back, come to the desk, and we'll give you a different lanyard, preferably a sponsor lanyard, or an EGQS Plus lanyard, anything but just a blue one. So if you would do that, that will be very, very helpful. If you don't want to do that, we'll leave for after this evening, we'll leave a bucket somewhere. You can just drop them in. You've taken away my slide again. So the final thing is that bookings will open on the 23rd of September. Let's hope the same happens as happened this year, which was quite remarkable. And we're also going to use the same date for speaker submissions, etc., and for you to sign up to do the Ignite sessions. So the most important day of the year after the conference and before the reception in National Harbour in the USA is the 23rd of September. I wish you all a very enjoyable evening. We have the MLO, and as I said, there's some T-shirts still available. And if you're leaving now, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the conference. Well, basically, that's it. Have a wonderful evening.